Welcome to the Shreveport Connection. My name is Tommy, if you don't know. And this is going to be a heck of a ride, so stay close, stay paying attention. Well, happy birthday goes to Scott Hall. Turned 57 years old today, October 20th. He was born in 1958, recently interviewed in a two-part podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Dave Finley turned 57 today. He was born October 20th, 1958. His son David made his pro wrestling debut in 2012. Chavo Guerrero Jr. turned 45 years old. He was born October 20th, 1970. Ox Baker, a.k.a. real name Douglas Baker, died from complications of a heart attack on October 20th, 2014 at the age of 80. NXT Tag Team Champion Simon Gotch turned 33 years old today. Advertised dark match main event of tonight's SmackDown taping is Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, which is the same match was advertised last week's SmackDown taping. PW Insider has confirmed the Wrestling Observer's report of Randy Orton suffering with a shoulder injury. No word yet on how long Orton will be out of action. As noted, he will have an MRI done real soon to find out if he does need surgery. Luke Harper, who missed last night's WWE Raw, not scheduled for SmackDown in Austin, Texas. Harper did work the weekend tour of Mexico, but PW Insider noted that he's not injured. So he's just taking some time off for personal demons, I guess. Creative decision was made on Monday to replace Harper with Eric Rowan in the Wyatt family on Raw. But we don't know if it's a permanent replacement. But I'll keep you updated on whatever news I get. Chris Jericho and Fozzy are about to begin a 22-date tour. That's about a month tour. So Chris Jericho will be out of action. But as a 22-day tour is mostly in Europe and the UK, Jericho tweeted the following on his WWE status after working the tour of Mexico this past weekend. And I am Jericho, gracias, hashtag WWE Monterrey, and thanks, hashtag WWE Universe, for being so damn amazing. Had my last at WWE match for a while, so goodbye for now. Below, here's a footage of Paige's Superstar Ghost Stories episode. And that's on YouTube. There are rumors that top indie star Tommaso Ciampa may have finally signed a deal with WWE after several NXT TV appearances this summer and fall. Ciampa worked a Progress Wrestling show in London earlier today and indicated that he is signed. He will return to the promotion on November 29th to face Marty Scurll. I think they misspelled it. Scroll. The storyline is that the match is happening thanks to NXT General Manager William Regal. Adam Rose did not work last night's WWE Live Sunday night's event in Mexico City, as he was kept out of the ring due to a scare he had on Friday night in Merida. He was replaced by Shamus, who squashed Fandango. As noted, Rose had his bell rung by a Fandango kick on Friday night and had to be stretchered out. Adam told a fan on Twitter that he was fine and thanked them for their concern. The Chad Dukes radio show out of Washington, D.C. reported that popular WWE Tough Enough competitor Patrick Clark has signed a WWE developmental deal and is currently at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. Clark was scheduled for two Maryland Championship Wrestling appearances this weekend, but missed them. And due to on Twitter, they are complaining and calling him a wuss and what have you, and calling him a total diva. PW Insider reports that Clark, age 19, will be officially signed as soon as the standard medical tests are complete. He had a tryout at the Performance Center a few weeks back. Apparently, WWE Hall of Famer Lita, who is now working behind the scenes with the company, played a big role in getting Patrick to sign his deal. Updated for the November 28th WrestleCade event in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, looks like this. Jeff Jarrett versus WrestleCade champion Matt Hardy for the first time ever. Gunner versus Luke Hawx in a steel cage match. John Morrison versus Sean J. Dutt and Too Cold Scorpio versus C.W. Anderson with Steve Corino. Tickets and full details on the events that weekend can be found at a link I'll be posting right there. Updated promo for the WrestleCade can be found on YouTube. And I'll post that link together. Former WWE diva Maurice is currently filming an action horror movie titled XP-573 in Los Angeles. And a photo of that, or link, whichever I can find for that. Actor with Joey Lawrence. This is another zombie versus Navy SEALs movie from the creators of Z Nation on Sci-Fi, and her character's name is Mikaela Usilvich, or Usovich. It has a scheduled release date, June 15, 2016, and the photo. You can see the photo. NXT superstar Colin Cassidy is currently out of action with what could be a broken leg. He worked Friday's meet and greet in Tampa as his partner, Enzo Amore, and WWE Tough Enough winner Sarah Lee, but did not wrestle. He was also working on crutches, and I'll show a photo of that as well. Reporters noted at last week's NXT tapings that they did what appeared to be an injury angle with Cass and the mechanics for the October 28th episode. Correspondents in attendance were sure it was just an angle as they removed his knee brace and were working the leg over. Keep you updated on any information that I find. Colin Cassidy again appeared at two different reports. Colin Cassidy is the one in the on the crutches, as his character name in NXT is Big Cass. Graven Babies on Twitter posted the picture. Bubba Ray comments from a recent Twitter question and answer. Comments on Velvet Sky as his girlfriend possibly getting in on the Divas Revolution. I think the WWE Universe would love to see at Vel Holler in a WWE ring. Yes or no? And there's a link. How he feels about John Cena using the Team 3D finger gesture. Everyone borrows in wrestling, and it means something different to him and us. And again, I'll post that link. Dolph Ziggler is scheduled for several comedy-related appearances this week in Los Angeles. Wednesday, 12:30 p.m., Playboy Radio with Brother. If you didn't know, that's Ryan Nemeth and former himself. Thursday at 10 p.m., hosting and playing with Flying Chuck at the Second City Los Angeles Comedy Theater. Friday, 7 p.m., performing on an improv show at the Improv Olympic. And on Friday at midnight, performing in a comedy show at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. Guess he won't be doing live events this week. Alicia Fox took part in a photo shoot with photographer Chad Martell, as well as her sister, Christina Crawford, and some other models this week. Alicia's sister is former WWE developmental talent Kaylee Turner. And post a link on Instagram of all of them. The Instagram.com/TheFoxy1. As noted, Paige will be making her first appearance on Conan during October 22nd episode on TBS. The synopsis for the show states that she will be appearing on the WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, but she's not currently booked. Synopsis reads like this. Not only is wrestling superstar Paige featured in the new WWE 2K16 video game, but she'll also be appearing at WWE's Hell in a Cell event. We could give you the inside scoop on both, but then Paige would literally kick your ass. Kick their ass. Natalya represented WWE at the annual U.S. All-Stars and Stripes fundraiser in Washington, D.C. on Sunday night or Saturday night. Natalya accepted the Circle of Stars award on behalf of WWE for their work with the organization. And I'll go ahead and post a link on that for pictures. I'll actually show the picture as well. Steiner brothers are in a video destroying a Shoneys restaurant. Shoneys restaurant posted this video of franchise. Franchisee Scott Steiner and his brother Rick Steiner. Yeah, the Steiner brothers tag team are back in action. demolishing an old Shoneys in Ackworth, Georgia, in order to make room for a newly renovated Shoneys restaurant. And it's on YouTube with a link. Davey Boy Smith Jr. can go as his dad's name now, as his name in WWE at the time was D.H. Smith. Harry Smith announced on Facebook this week that he now has the ownership and the trademark of his British Bulldog name. This is the same name that his late father used, and he wrote the following: a big announcement to be made. Ownership and trademark of the name British Bulldog has been granted, won and paid by me. Now going forward in pro wrestling, Noah, I will be shown as the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith Jr. I will carry on the name proudly and glad I got the rights to it now. Hall of Famer Scott Hall tweeted big props to Florida indie wrestler Amber Flora, who sent in an audition video for WWE Tough Enough new season coming up, as seen in this link. And also, today is his birthday, if I didn't tell you at the beginning of the video. Keep an eye out for at Floranova 1973. She has it. I predict a bright future for this young lady. Hashtag Future Diva. MEP Worldwide issued the following. Professional Wrestling's Buff Bagwell releases tell-all documentary highlighting every peak and valley of his career. The good, the bad, and the buff. The Mark Bagwell journey. Uncover the man behind the stuff as Mark Buff Bagwell sits down with Nigel McGuinness of Ring of Honor to tell his side of the story. Watch as a film crew follows Buff, chronicling his life both inside and outside the square circle, in addition to over 40 years worth of home video footage, all wrapped into this hour and 40-minute docu-shoot. The life of a professional wrestler may seem like a walk in the park to any outsider who believes it's all fake anyway. However, this exclusive look into the turbulent career of a superstar who lived the sex, drugs, and rock and roll mantra is guaranteed to blow all expectations out of the water. Hear the truth behind one of only two men to last the entire tenure of World Championship Wrestling, and learn what exactly went wrong behind the scenes in the company's dying days. First of its kind docu-shoot, part documentary, part shoot interview, will pull back the curtain of the life of Mark Bagwell. If you don't know his full name, Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Find out what made him the man he became today, from his impressive 60-1 childhood record as the Golden Glove state champion boxer, to his championship victories on the football field and numerous victories and championships inside the world of professional wrestling. Hear Buff's story from growing up in a wealthy Marietta family with enough happening to fill a completely separate release, to being scouted and signed by Dusty Rhodes at the age of 19. Follow his roller coaster of a journey as one half of the Pretty Boy American Male Tag Team, to his stint as the top draw in the industry as a member of the New World Order, to his short run in the WWE, and life on the independent wrestling scene thereafter. One of his characters, Kissing Bandit. Find out what led Buff to be on television series Gigolos, as well as his appearances in other various films and television. The first in what will be the new series of docu-shoot interviews has Buff tell all in regards to the scandals, rumors, lies, and truths that have surrounded his career. He pulls no punches when discussing hot topics like addiction, behind-the-scenes romance, and backstage politics. Plus, listen as he recounts the life-threatening wreck that left him in a coma for 5 days, as well as his the road to recovery that led back to the wrestling ring. From broken necks to million-dollar checks, one thing has stayed constant. He's Buff, he's the stuff, and viewers won't be able to get enough of the good, the bad, and the buff. The latest book of Austin Vignet for WWE 2K16 video game, Austin 311, is seen in this link. Paige will be appearing on Conan, as I already said, this coming Thursday, October 22nd, to promote 2K16 and Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. TampaBay.com reports that Hulk Hogan's restaurant, Hogan's Beach, in Tampa, Florida, is expected to be rebranded and renamed, ending the affiliation with the Hulkster. They stated that the restaurant is still open and serving customers under the Hogan name, and that there is no solid timetable for the changes to happen. Owner Ben Mala, a real estate investor, said Hogan's Beach and the Best Western Bay Harbor Tampa hotel it's next to are being sold, but the sale is not guaranteed until closing. Even without the sale, Hogan's Beach is expected to be rebranded. Mala did say changes have nothing to do with Hogan's recent troubles. He said Hogan, who could not be reached for comment, licenses his name to the restaurant but has no ownership interest. Mala also commented, "We've had a 2.5-year run with the brand. It's time for a new brand. Everything changes." This WWE SmackDown follow-up video for this week's feature features Rosa Mendez talking about her recent engagement in Paris and expecting her first child on Valentine's Day. Check the link out. Rumors of Lana taking time off to film another movie soon. Those rumors are incorrect. They stem from an article and a video that the UK's Daily Mail posted from last week, which were actually for WWE Studios' interrogation movie with Edge, which has been completed for several months. There continues to be a lot of talk about WWE inducting the Fabulous Freebirds into Hall of Fame next year in Dallas. Michael P.S. Hayes still being with the company, and the fact that the group has strong ties to the area make them a strong contender for next year. And even DDP is promoting them to be inducted next year. The announcement of a second Lucha Underground season came to as a surprise to people in WWE, as they were interested in 3 wrestlers who are under contract to the promotion. 2 of them names are Angelico and Ricochet, who both live in Orlando as Apollo Crews' roommate. There were already talk of fast tracking him to matches with NXT champion Finn Balor if they could get him signed, but he's got a 7-year deal with Lucha Underground, where he currently works as Prince Puma. Shamus has a body series video at this link. And the next clip is from WWE Studios' The Condemned 2 with Randy Orton. The movie will be available November 6th. 12 rounds with Dean Ambrose. Clip. Big Show. Clip from his movie Vendetta. So I'll post all 3 of them in a link and give them their names. 12 rounds 3 with Dean Ambrose. Update on why Luke Harper missed last night's Raw. Isn't booked for SmackDown later tonight. One WWE source says it's due to personal reasons. Confirmed. Alex Riley continues to hype his WWE return and posted this 5-second video from the WWE Performance Center today. Go to Instagram.com/Riley WWE. Cleveland's Absolute Wrestling promotion has posted 2 videos. One with Hall of Famer Terry Funk hyping their promotion, and it looks like he got in a concession stand brawl. And the second one is of Vader beating up a handicapped indie wrestler named Gregory Iron. I'll post that one, double link. James Storm confirmed by social media that the TNA World Title Series tournament was not planned ahead of time. Storm confirmed that the fact when responding to a fake Jim Ross account on Twitter. At WWE Jim Ross, whose fake account, as everybody knows, his account is JR's Barbecue. He tweets at James Storm Brand, at WWE, at Shawn Michaels, at USA Network, at Triple H. James, aren't you going to win at TNA Dixie's Impact Wrestling title tournament? Follow James Storm at James Storm's Brand, at WWE Jim Ross never was, as Jane Storm Brand tweeted back to him, at WWE Jim Ross never was informed I was in one. But hey, Jim, if you haven't heard, I'll be on the at WWE Network tomorrow night. And again, at WWE Jim Ross says that tweets back at James Storm Brand at WWE Network. Definitely glad to see you in NXT. It's where it's at. Sauce it. TNA had the tournament planned for a while. The matches were originally taped for a TNA One Night Only pay-per-view event. However, when TNA managed to get an extension with Destination America, they decided to use those matches for Impact Wrestling instead. Unless they can get another extension or reach a new agreement of some kind, they will be off the cable network in February. Goldust teased on social media that he may be soon returning to the WWE ring. Goldust has been out of action since undergoing shoulder surgery back in May. Former WWE superstar Rycon Stevens, who worked as Ezekiel Jackson in WWE, has reportedly retired from pro wrestling. Jackson wrestled a match for the WXW promotion in Germany this past weekend and told the promoters it was his last match of his career. Up, down, down plays Xaviar Woods versus Jericho in a dream match as the player who played Jericho lost to Austin, a.k.a. who was also in the video at the beginning of the video. And there was more play on the WWE 2K16. And again, go to the up, down account on YouTube or go to YouTube at the video. Noted over the weekend, the WWE NXT diva Jasmine Aribi is now using the name of Aliyah. They corrected the spelling a little bit different from Aliyah to Aliyah. And her new Instagram username is at WWE ALIYAH, should say. Former WWE diva Melina wrestled this past weekend for the first time since 2012 at a women's wrestling show in Covina, California. Melina worked a Stardom show and teamed with Santana Garrett to defeat the team of Hudson Envy and Thunder Rosa. Even I commented on that and said, "Wow, this should be a new faction to be joining WWE." And I got a retweet from Santana Garrett herself, as Melina was advertised to appear at the show, but as a referee for a tag match. And I'll post some videos from the weekend, not videos, but photos. Former WCW and NWA star Beautiful Bobby Eaton will be coming out of semi-retirement this weekend to face wrestling legend Ricky Morton. Eaton's Midnight Express and Morton's Rock and Roll Express have been rivals for decades. In the video here, Eaton talks with wrestling legend Bill Apter of OneWrestling.com about the feud and more. Again, the link. The Miz will be appearing on MTV's Middle of the Night this coming Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. Central Time. Below is a preview as he plays Supermarket Dodgeball, which is hilarious, as they play dodgeball with a head of lettuce. Many heads of lettuce. Just watch the video. Diamond Dallas Page posted a video from his Cauliflower Hour Club speech in April of this year. Page was awarded twice for its contributions to wrestling and humanitarian award. And here's the video for that. Jesse Goddard has landed a role in the upcoming John Singleton film called Snowfall. Goddard will portray the role of Lightning Rod, who is a wrestler. Also in the movie are Chavo Guerrero. And again, I'll post that picture. Goddard tweeted out the following regarding the film. I'm showing the pic. There's also Chavo Guerrero was in the picture as well. Mr. Spectacular at Mr. Spectacular. Huge news, everyone. I'm in the awesome new TV movie Hashtag Snowfall with the incredible at Max Warrior and at Perez Manchetta. PW Mania reported that at Tough Enough competitor Patrick Clark has signed with WWE and missed some indie bookings this past weekend. Millennium Wrestling Federation posted a video taking shots at Patrick, calling him a total diva. MWF, as I reported earlier in this video, says that Clark is no showing their live event Wednesday night as well. And again, there's a video for it here. Dark match before WWE main event taping in Austin, Texas saw the Dudleys defeat the Ascension. WWE then taped following matches for the main event: Sasha Banks versus Brie Bella, Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman versus Primetime Players, Neville versus WWE Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens in a non-title match. Thanks to results, courtesy of WrestlingInc.com. Main event spoilers: Sasha Banks defeated Brie Bella. Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan defeated the Primetime Players. IC Champion Kevin Owens defeated Neville in a non-title match. Dark match in between Tuesday night's WWE main event and SmackDown tapings in Austin, Texas saw Mark Henry defeat Brad Maddox. Brad Maddox rocking the blonde hair, but still using the Brad Maddox name, cut a heel promo before the match. Correspondent described it as a very Heath Slater, Damon Sandow jobber-esque match. First report for SmackDown. Thanks to Jerry Lopez and Allison for the following SmackDown spoilers from tonight's taping in Austin, Texas. Also from Pro Wrestling, from Lords of Pain. SmackDown starts off with a promo from Kane. The New Day interrupts, and they're announced in a match against Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose for later in the evening. World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins defeated Cesaro in a non-title action with a pedigree. Paige calls out Becky Lynch and Divas Champion Charlotte to the ring, but Bella Twins interrupt, and that leads to a match. Nikki defeated Paige with a big forearm to the face and then a rack attack. Miz came out for Miz TV with Summer Rae and Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler says he's done with Summer and no longer interested. And Summer comes back and says she's fine with that and she's moved on and now has a new man. Out comes NXT superstar Tyler Breeze. Breeze cuts a promo and then attacks Ziggler. Sheamus and King Barrett with Rusev defeated the Lucha Dragons. The win came after Sheamus hit a bro kick on Kalisto when Barrett had him distracted. Bo Dallas came out for a promo, but got interrupted by Ryback's music, and Ryback won a quick match. Renee Young interviewed WWE Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens backstage about Hell in a Cell and the match against Ryback. And your main event was Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus WWE Tag Team Champions Kofi Kingston and Big E in non-title action. New Day goes to leave, but the Dudleys came out onto the stage to block them from retreating. And Roman Reigns and Ambrose bring the New Day back to the ring as the Dudleys leave. Reigns hits Kofi with a spear for the win. After the match, Reigns and Ambrose celebrate, but are interrupted by Bray Wyatt promo on the big screen. And SmackDown goes off the air at that point. They stopped the taping, in other words. Second report. WWE taped SmackDown. Spoiler results. Dark match. Dudleys defeated the Ascension. Kane kicked off SmackDown in an in-ring promo. New Day interrupted Kane. It's announced that New Day would face Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose later. Seth Rollins defeated Cesaro in a non-title match. Paige came out and called out Becky Lynch and Charlotte. She gets the Bella Twins instead. That led to a match between Paige and Nikki. As Nikki defeated Paige, Summer Rae and Dolph Ziggler come out for Miz TV. Ziggler says that he's no longer interested in Summer Rae. Summer Rae says she's okay with that because she found a new man. Out came Tyler Breeze. And I'll post photos of his debut up there as well. Breeze had been rumored to be moving up to the main roster and debuted during a Miz TV segment at the tapings as I just described. The segment started with Miz bringing Summer Rae. I'll leave a photo of that as well. And Dolph Ziggler came out to talk about their issues. As Dolph said he was done with Summer. Dolph said he wasn't interested in her, but she countered and said she's fine because she found a new, real man. Breeze came out to cut a promo and then attacked Ziggler. Sheamus and King Barrett with Rusev defeated the Lucha Dragons. Ryback defeated Bo Dallas. Backstage interview with Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose defeated Kofi Kingston and Big E in a non-title match. After the match, Reigns and Dean Ambrose celebrated. And then they were interrupted by Bray Wyatt promo on the big screen. As SmackDown ended in the third. Results from PW Mania. SmackDown started with a promo from Kane. New Day interrupted in their announcement in a match against Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose later tonight. World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins defeated Cesaro in a non-title match with a pedigree as Stardust and the Ascension were in the crowd cheering Cesaro on. Stardust has his own section now, somewhat. Paige calls out Becky Lynch and WWE Divas Champion Charlotte to the ring, but the Bellas interrupt, leads to a match. Nikki Bella defeated Paige with a big forearm to the face and then a rack attack. Miz came out, brought out Summer Rae and Dolph Ziggler for Miz TV. Ziggler said he's done with Summer and no longer interested. She's fine because she's moved on and has a new man out. Next comes NXT Superstar Tyler Breeze. As Breeze cut a promo and then attacked Ziggler. Sheamus and King Barrett with Rusev defeated the Lucha Dragons. The win came after Sheamus hit a bro kick on Calissa when Barrett had him distracted. Bo Dallas come out for a promo, but he's interrupted by Ryback's music. Ryback hits him, wins a quick match. Renee Young interviewed Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens backstage about Hell in a Cell and the match against Ryback. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Tag Team Champions Kofi Kingston and Big E in a non-title match was next as New Day goes to leave, but the Dudleys came out on stage, blocked them from retreating. Reigns and Ambrose brought the New Day back to the ring, and the Dudleys leave. Reigns hits Kofi with a spear for the win. After the match, Reigns and Ambrose celebrate, but are interrupted by Bray Wyatt promo on the screen. And that's where SmackDown ended. Dark match main event. After SmackDown tapings in Austin, Texas, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose defeat Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt. Braun Strowman joined in and beat the babyfaces down until Ambrose hit his clothesline and Reigns hit a spear while Wyatt retreated. Ambrose and Reigns stood tall to send the crowd home happy. And that concludes my results for SmackDown WWE main event. Spoilers. And thanks for watching. Peace out. See you wanna be a. By the way, if you don't know, just call me bro and sisters.